You know, it's really ironic how many people that are fitness enthusiasts, people that go to the gym 4, 5, 6 times a week, maybe for an hour, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but it's amazing the percentage of these people that are extremely sedentary outside of their workouts. So they have the discipline to get the training in, but partially they feel I don't need to do anything else. I worked out hard. Or they're thinking I need to rest and recover. Now here's a middle ground approach to all of this. Number one, you're not going to get the physique composition results you want or the health results you want with just a few workouts in the gym. I don't care what you're doing in there. We need more activity than that. So you should have supplemental physical activity. I mean, I walk 21 miles a week with my dog Raina. That's just something we do every day, 3 miles every evening, 21 extra miles a week. I don't even count that as part of my physical activity or part of my training. That's in addition to all the strength training and conditioning work I do. I go skateboarding with her, I go sprinting with her, I go play around, just have a good time, go hiking, go running. So you want to be as active as possible. You don't want to think, okay, I got my 30 minutes on the elliptical machine in today, now I can just kick back and eat shitty food and watch TV all night. No, be more active. Go for a walk in the evening after dinner, a little extra activity in. Always look for ways to be more physically active. Now, I've been all over the world, and I remember in Kenya, you see people walking everywhere, and they have physically laborious jobs as well. But in addition to that, a lot of times they're carrying things. So you see women with these pots on their heads that weigh 20, 30 pounds, sometimes more than that. And they're walking several miles. Now, I'm not saying this is healthy, it's bad for your back and all that, but the fact that they have the conditioning to do that, and they're not doing this to work out or get in shape for a fitness magazine cover, they're doing this for survival. This is just what they do every day. Every day you see thousands of people just walking to and from places. They're walking several miles to wherever their job is. They're walking several miles back at night sometimes where there's no light, there's no street lights. And you get in your car and you turn it on and you go down the street, all of a sudden you just see all of these people walking in the dark, pitch black, they're just walking in the dark. They've done it so many times, they probably don't even need to see what's in front of them. They can just feel their way back to wherever they started. Now these people are never overweight, ever. You're never gonna see someone who is not wealthy in Kenya who's overweight. The people that are wealthy, they become sedentary. They're not walking several miles every day. They're like the rest of us over here in the Western world. Now you're in your car. Now you're sitting around in your office. You're just sitting around all of the time. Think about this. There's 24 hours in a day. Now let's assume that, I'm not even going to say let's assume you sleep 8 hours because most people don't. Let's assume it's 6 hours. So now we have 18 hours where you're actually awake. Now out of those 18 hours, if you're only physically active during, let's say 30 minutes to an hour, why would you think that makes up for the other 17 hours where you're just sitting around? You're sitting in your car, you're sitting on the sofa watching TV, you're sitting in your office, you're sitting at a lunch, you're sitting at a coffee break, just sitting around all day long. Working a walk during your day. And for lunch, grab something that you can eat quickly and then go for a walk. Park in the back of the fucking parking lot, for Christ's sake, instead of having to park right front. That's the other funny thing about people that go to the gym. You ever notice they're always trying to find the closest spot to the entrance of the gym? They're driving around like a fucking parking shark going, okay, I gotta find this. It's not like they're going in there and squatting 500 pounds for 20 reps. They're just going in there and doing whatever dipshit workout they normally do. But people are so lazy. We're always looking for ways to decrease activity. There's a motherfucker on my street. This guy drives to the fucking mailbox. I mean, it's a 20-foot walk. This guy drives to the mailbox every day. Can't even walk to his fucking mailbox. We're such a soft country. America is so soft. No one wants to talk about the real reason why we have such hard luck with the pandemic is because we are an extremely unhealthy nation. And it's not just all the shitty food, although that's a big part of it. It's that people are always looking for ways to be inactive. And for men, that shit's fucking embarrassing. As a man, you should find it unacceptable to not be strong and fit. I mean, you're the fucking protector in your family. Now, being a provider is not enough if you're a little bitch. You're a fucking protector. Someone comes in through my front door, I'm the first line of defense. And I'm gonna fuck that motherfucker up, whoever comes through, I can promise you that. All right, got a little passionate there, Grover. All right, so back to all this physical activity shit. It's great that you're getting your workouts in, but get some additional activity in. Go for a bike ride, go skateboarding, pick up a hobby that requires some physicality. Go running, go play with your kids, go play with your dogs. Be as active as possible, and I promise you, without even realizing it, because all this extra physical activity I'm talking about, that's all fun. Working out, I love working out, but that's work. I get focused, I get dialed in, that's work. I don't look at it as fun necessarily, where I'm carefree, I'm very focused on what I'm doing. But when I go skateboarding, that's fun. I'm not trying to be Tony Hawk. I'm not trying to get good to enter the X Games. I'm not working on crazy stunts. I'm just having fun out there. When I go sprinting, I'm not trying to give Usain Bolt any competition like I ever could. Hell, I couldn't give someone who's a high school runner competition, but so what? It's fun and it's good for me. So don't always look at physical activity as what you do in the gym. The real benefit of the gym is you get your strength and your conditioning to a high level so that now you have all of this energy to enjoy life, to move your body, to be as physical as possible. So get more activity. Don't just rely on your workouts for physical activity. Get more activity. And the final thing I'll say is this. We always hear in the fitness industry, 70% of fat loss or more is diet. Okay, that is true, but it's only true because people are so inactive. Sure, if you work out 3 times a week and then you're sitting around doing nothing, fuck yeah, whatever you eat is gonna be 70% of physique composition. You're not doing jack shit. You think those people in Kenya that are walking all day couldn't eat junk food and get away with it? I guarantee you they could. They could eat whatever they want and they're not gonna put on body weight. It's just not gonna happen. They're on their feet way too much. So the more physical activity you have, the less of that percentage is correct. So in other words, it goes from 70% to who knows, maybe 50%, maybe lower. People that are professional athletes, I mean, your whole day revolves around training, they can pretty much eat whatever they want. Now, it's in their best interest to eat really healthy food for recovery and to maximize performance. But if we're just talking strictly physique composition, you can get away with a lot more if you're more physically active. And I'm not just talking about a little bit more activity. I'm not saying add a half-mile walk and all of a sudden now you can have dessert every night. No, go walk 3 miles every day in addition to whatever you're doing. Go running a couple times a week for fun, not because you're trying to compete in a fucking marathon or there's a high school reunion intramural game coming up. None of that bullshit. Just get more physical activity that's fun and you're gonna get way better results. You're gonna be much happier, your mood's gonna be way better. Those long walks are incredible meditation. I always feel great. Anytime I have anxiety, if I go for a long walk, it may not get rid of the anxiety completely, but it's definitely gonna mitigate that anxiety. And it's also gonna give me solutions. Whenever I'm dealing with the problem and I need to come up with a solution, I just go keep walking until I come up with that solution.